So we call this catalog view, and one of the things we've been trying to do with WIkity is slowly make it so that you can do most of your editing from catalog view. We don't want you to have to step into this WordPress dashboard stuff, which I think is overwhelming, and it's antithetical to the way that the web generally works now. If you go to Twitter or you go to Facebook, you don't go into a separate editing interface. You edit in the same space that you read it, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. So we've had a editable text box up here for a while, but just recently what we've done is added a sort of a hybrid text editor. The first thing you'll notice is we've thrown it over to the side of the screen here instead of in the center. The reason for that is mobile devices, actually. This is what you see when you do mobile, and what I found is I want that editor up at the top. So we've made it the first item in this row of things, and that tends to add efficiency, even if it takes away from the look, I think, a little bit. But the big news really is the editor, right? So, you know, you could always do bulleting using Markdown, but now you have tools to actually go and do bulleting, and it'll even auto bullet for you after a return, working more or less like MS Word or something, except you're always editing the Markdown directly. When you do things like bold, what you'll find is that it will bold it to indicate to you that it's bold, so that you have some visual confirmation that it's working the way that you think it is. And if you do a link, so you can also see right there that it has some minor spell checking. You'll see that it turns the link gray to kind of keep that link syntax out of the way as you're scanning a document. You can hit this preview button and you can see what the stuff will look like in HTML, which I think is pretty useful. And then one of the big deals here is that we've hooked in this image event into the WordPress image library. So if you go here, you can add this, and then we can see that that image has been added there. You can also upload images as well. The rest works the same. Put in the title. We've moved the post button up here to save a little space. There are some full screen options here that are a little flaky, but eventually we'll get them working. And there's a help guide for actual Markdown, which might be useful to students. We can maybe customize that too, to go to a WIkity help guide. Now that we have this full featured editor, or half featured editor, I guess we should call it, we've added this little editor button down here to the bottom, and we can throw text into that editor and work on this file. And so if we wanted to throw this in here, we wanted to add an image of Brandeis, we can do that. And we'll post it. And we'll see that we get the auto formatting. You'll notice that the formatting that we see in the preview isn't exactly the same. It's not handling the alignment, for example, but it's giving you a basic idea of whether your Markdown is being read in the way that you expect. It doesn't do exactly the same layout that you'll see on the page. That is the main piece of it. Of course, you can still click into the cards and edit this stuff directly, and I find that that's the way I usually do things. Quick Edit brings you to the bottom. I don't know if you saw that, but you can start at the top, or you can add something to the bottom. That stuff is all the same. If you come down to the bottom here and you're looking at something like this and you want to do it in the editor, it'll not only add it, but it'll scroll you back up to the top of the page. what am I missing here? You can, of course, if you go in here and you want to upload an image, you can upload an image or a file through that editor. I think that's it.